So Conor Benn is no longer just fighting opponents, he is fighting perception. Ryan Garcia is not just another name, he is a problem with speed, danger and timing. This fight is not only about power, it is about creativity, psychology and the science of boxing. Because inside the ring, every man becomes a question waiting to be solved. So let's talk about the evolution of Conor Benn. Conor Benn used to fight like a man trying to prove his surname. Fast hands, heavy intent, everything loud. But evolution is not noise. Evolution is control. Progress is in the timing. His punches are shorter now. He thinks faster now. He uses creativity in smaller spaces. Benn is no longer just Nigel's son. He is building his own matrix. Think of this. Speed is dangerous, but controlled speed becomes a weapon. So in overcoming Eubank Jr., when we think of the Eubank Jr. fight, it was a war that captured the public imagination. It had family history, it had drama, it had intelligent dialogue with banter, it had pressure before the first bell. But the second fight told us more about Benn. He did not just fight harder, he fought smarter. His boxing IQ improved. Think of this, revenge is emotional, but improvement is mathematical. Now the Ryan Garcia fight is dangerous. It's dangerous because his left hook changes conversations. One mistake and the fight becomes a highlight reel. Conor Benn has to take that away. Head movement, feet outside the danger line, no lazy exits, no admiring his work. He must make Garcia feel uncomfortable. Ryan Garcia likes clean space. Benn must turn that space into traffic. That is the psychology and pressure combined. Think of this. A weapon is only deadly when it has room to land. So when we talk about the psychology of both boxers, when we talk about Ryan Garcia's psychology, well, he looked incredible in his last fight, but he had it all his own way. He found rhythm early. He looked very relaxed. He looked like a genius when the ring obeyed him. But Benn does not give opponents peace. The mental question is simple. Who breaks first when the pattern becomes ugly? Ryan Garcia needs to damage Benn's confidence, not just his punches. He needs a psychological effect. And I would argue that due to the two fights with Chris Eubank Jr., Conor Benn has shown significant mental strength. Yes, he's shown significant mental strength because he's been able to cope under lots of different pressure. So perhaps one could deduce that he may have a psychological advantage. Maybe. Think of this. Confidence is armor until the first crack appears. So let's talk about beef in a figurative sense. So let's talk about contention. Now we will return to Ryan Garcia, but let's talk about Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn. Question. Did Conor Benn snake Eddie Hearn? Or did Conor Benn make a business decision? Boxing, perhaps, is not a friendship circle. It is capitalism. Capitalism with gloves on. Eddie Hearn, of course, as we know, is loquacious. He can talk loyalty into poetry. But aren't promoters just loyal to the leverage? Fighters, generally speaking, are loyal to the opportunity, and that's understandable. The question may be not who betrayed who. The question may be who needs who more. Benn chose movement, and Hearn understandably chose reaction. Think of this. Loyalty sounds noble until the contract stops paying. In other words, capitalism is generally favorable to the winners. Sticking with promoters, let's talk about new friends. Now, the Dana White link-up, it changes the picture. It gives Conor Benn perhaps more money. It gives him attention and a new cultural machine. Zuffa understands spectacle. It understands narrative. It understands how to make combat feel urgent. But it's a meritocracy. And a meritocracy can be extremely brutal. You win and then you rise. But if you lose, the machine moves on. For Conor Benn, that can help or it can hinder. It depends on his performance. The platform, perhaps, is bigger now. Some would suggest it's not. But the judgment definitely is harsher. Think of this. New friends open new doors, but also owe new debts. So let's talk about that Regis Progress fight. Let's talk about that Regis Progress fight. Now, against Regis, apologies if my pronunciation is bad, Conor Benn did not look $1 million. He didn't. He clearly won the fight. He was strong. He was fit. He looked disciplined. But my question is this: where was the power? The punches, they landed, yet they did not have the impact that people were expecting. Regis faded, but was still durable. And I think that fight raised questions, and it raised a fair question. Is Conor Benn explosive, or is he just physically strong? Is Conor Benn explosive, or is he just physically strong? And yes, there is a difference, because when you think of strength, strength pushes a man back, but power changes his decisions. Think of this: winning answers one question, but then can open the door to other questions. So what is the ceiling of Conor Benn? And now we're going to return to the Ryan Garcia conversation. This is the difficult part. Is Conor Benn British level? Is he European level? Is he world level? If we're honest, the jury is still out. And the answer, perhaps, is that Benn lives between the lines of evidence and projection. He has the engine. He has the aggression. He has the name. He has the fan base. He has the belief. But world level is not just built on belief. It is built on solving problems under stress. Against domestic fighters, Benn can look like a storm. Against older names, he can look very, very sharp. Against bigger names, he has shown courage. But Garcia may pose a different question. Can Conor Benn solve elite timing? Can he close the distance without being punished? Can he use head movement effectively for 12 rounds? Can he keep discipline when Garcia starts hunting with that left hook? This is the Conor Benn code. His ceiling depends on whether he can turn emotion into structure. He cannot just be brave. He has to be technical. He cannot just attack. He has to disguise the attack. Think of this: the ceiling is not where the talent takes you. It is where the discipline keeps you. So my summary is simple. The summary is simple, but it's not easy. Ryan Garcia perhaps has the cleanest single weapon. Conor Benn has perhaps the more relentless pressure. Ryan Garcia, in a sense, wants beauty. Conor Benn wants disorder. Ryan Garcia wants the ring to breathe. Conor Benn wants to suffocate it. For Ryan Garcia, the problem is not just Benn's speed, it is Benn's refusal to accept calm. Conor Benn throws with emotion, but he is learning to think inside that emotion. What does that mean? Well, that makes him dangerous. If Ryan Garcia controls the distance, holds the center, punishes Benn early on, and lands the left hook early, he can make Conor Benn doubt himself. But if Conor Benn survives the first answers, the fight changes. He can drag Ryan Garcia into uncomfortable territory. He can make him reset. He can make him fight when he wants to pose. He can turn the clean boxing match into a physical argument. That is where Garcia must solve the code. Conor Benn does not need to be perfect. No one is perfect, but he needs to be persistent with intelligence. He needs to be sharp with cruelty. The winner is the man who controls the psychology of the room. Think of this: every fighter has a code, but the great ones learn how to change it before the other man solves it. So this has the potential of being a fan favorite fight. And this could define Conor Benn. It really could. This could be his moment of truth. And that truth will live in the ring. So that's the end of the video. Now I'm trying to build a digital boxing community. That means I'm interested in your comments, I'm interested in your questions, and I'm interested in your observations. Now, if you want to support the channel, simply like and subscribe. And if you want to watch more content, then simply click here or click here. As always, thanks for your time. It is much appreciated.